इंडस्ट्री के लिए। तो जयप्रकाश नारायण और हमारी फैमिली का बहुत अच्छा फ्रेंडशिप था। देन when we were discussing trusteeship, Jayprakash ji said, let us get guidance from Vinobaji. So then Vinobaji, that is in 1973, December, Vinobaji invited us at Pavna. And he said, I will, all the full 2 days I will give to you, whatever you want. So we went, we talked about Gandhiji's trusteeship. He very beautifully said, गांधी वो टाइम जब गांधी जी ने ट्रस्टीशिप की बात की थी तब स्वतंत्र तो राष्ट्र नहीं था। इसके लिए इंडस्ट्री में ही कुछ काम करने का रास्ता बताया। लेकिन अपना जो समाज चलता है नहीं, ब्यूटिफुली से आज 1000 साल से तो परदेसी आक्रामक हुआ है। राजा या तो दुष्ट था और वीक, पर ये एक संस्कृति है सारी दुनिया में जहाँ परदेसी आक्रामक आने के बाद भी धर्म परिवर्तन नहीं हुआ। और वो धर्म परिवर्तन नहीं हुआ इनका कारण अपनी महाजन सिस्टम। वही बोले जी वो जूनी महाजन सिस्टम अभी नहीं चलेगी, आप लोगों को जब आप ये महाजन सिस्टम चलाओगे तो थोड़ा और सोचना पड़ेगा। यानी कि वेरी ब्यूटीफुल ये एक समाज चलता है ना, ये 5 अंक सही का ऐसे ये जनता है, इनके सिवाय कुछ नहीं हो सकता है, ये याद रखें। तो आप महाजन हो, पर महाजन कुछ करता नहीं है महाजन जिम्मेवारी से करता है। विद्वान रास्ता बताता है और सज्जन समाज को संकलन करता है। ने ये है, ये सरकार है। सरकार के पास इसके लिए तो सरकार का कोई आदमी आया तो इनको हाथ पे ना देना, पर मांगना नहीं। वी हैव फॉलोड दिस सिंस लास्ट देन इज और इन देखो आप कच्छ के हो तो कच्छ में जाके लोगों के साथ काम, उसे इन्हें जो भी क्या है, ये हमारे सर्वोदय के लोग भी क्या है, पर एक गांव पकड़ के भाई आप एक क्या, आप पूरा कच्छ को समझते और पूरा कच्छ समझ के ये लोगों को और फिर ये अगेन में एक याद रखें, जनता की साथ और जनता के लिए काम करे, ये माजन। रास्ता बताने वाला मिल जाएगा, संकलन करने वाला मिल जाएगा, पर जिम्मेवारी उठाने वाला तो नहीं मिलता है। तो आपकी जिम्मेवारी और इन्हें फिर बताएं हटना मत। मैं बोला बाबा हटूंगा नहीं ये 40 साल हो गया। नहीं इसे मैं देख ये काल पुरुष ये कर रहा है, तो इसके लिए ऐसा मत मानना है तुम बहुत बड़ा काम। ये काल पुरुष कर रहा है, लेकिन काल पुरुष को कोई लगे ना तो तुम जिम्मेवारी तो समा।
अच्छा
ના બહુ મજા આવી ગઈ છે વિનોબાજી
તો
એમાં
ચાલ
બીજું બહુ સરસ થયું ત્યારે જો 50 વર્ષનો હતો अभी तो वानप्रस्थ थी वानप्रस्थी का अर्थ मालूम है आप बताओ सकते हैं। वानप्रस्थी होने के बाद आप काम तो करते ही रहते हो, लेकिन खुद के लिए नहीं करते। अभी तुम काम जो कुछ करोगे वो समाज के लिए करोगे, खुद के लिए कुछ नहीं करोगे। दैट इज फ्रॉम दैट टाइम ऑनवर्ड्स ये विनोबा का आशीर्वाद से चल रहा है। I have worked in many parts of India, but I have found that what is always the question is, somebody must stand up and say, I am responsible. The moment you are really able to say with confidence, I am responsible, then enough people are there to
support you.
Everybody wants to take initiative also, but there is a little bit of fear. So what I have found, When I said, don't worry, I am responsible. I always delegate, but the owning up, it becomes so simple. I would say.
Many times, like in my own personal life,
Hmm.
I have this challenge. I want to do something,
Hmm.
but so many fears come up, and I'm realizing more and more they're not external obstacles. A lot of it is internal.
And that is where I am maybe hundreds of or more than 1,000 young people might have worked with me, but I have found always the same. Yeah, they a little bit of hesitation, but when I say I'm responsible, don't worry, go ahead. That is where again मैं सोचता था जो the whole Indian civilization is why based on bhakti. Now when the moment we talk bhakti, वो समर्पण आता है इसमें से ही then you know that way really when you try to understand our Indian philosophy, starting from Isavasyam idam, we are only a part of the totality. Every time we are made, while the Western world, it's reverse. Yeah. Unluckily. The I comes first, and that is where the whole confusion starts. And while, no, when you experience Isavas, and these are all issues of experience, these are not words to be talked about. You experience it. And then there is no question of differences also. Quite often people ask, but the whole world, we often come across the fancy word biodiversity. Either you talk biodiversity or you talk in terms of the word Isavasya. Everything is God. And luckily, from young age, our parents taught us that way. And once you understand it, the question of ego does not emerge at all, quite often. But I said that when you experience this, the ego has no place, really no place. And then at the end I say, that is God's grace. ये क्यों होता है? It is God's grace. But मेरे से, she has done much bigger work.
Or can you share an experience? Can you share an experience that still inspires you to continue your service work? Maybe with Vinoba. Or
No, it is, but no. Once we also understand our body is the instrument that God has given us. And really I have often wondered how long I am expected to do. Then I say, okay, God will decide. But then it becomes, okay, yesterday, at this age, otherwise I started taking up drawing and painting, and it keeps me going. But that blessedness is, I would say, so obvious. That blessedness is so obvious. ये तो बहुत मजा आई. I just 10 days ago I had my eye operated. Now, when they do laser, you see so many colors. So in the evening the doctor was asking us, how did you find it? I said, I really enjoyed the colors that I got an opportunity to see. Operated. He said, पहली दफा मुझे पेशेंट में जो बहुत मजा आ गया ऑपरेशन.
Can you talk more about this word blessedness?
Huh.
What does blessedness? It's a beautiful word, but I've never heard it before.
Right from the morning, one can only experience blessedness. And then there is another thing when you are raising that question. I also seen disasters, but your participation in any of those things is possible only when you feel blessed to be useful to others. So to be useful to others is also a blessedness. And then because we were here, all of us, at the time of the earthquake, from moment one, and maybe that is why at the end I said, God seems to have decided to make me like that. Come here,
Yeah.
as I said, being hard.
Many youth wanting to serve, and along that path trying to find their purpose so that they can be good instrument. But sometimes it becomes going here, going there, never committing to one thing, but just we find ourselves maybe jumping around here and there. What advice do you have for those seekers trying to walk the path of service, and how should they go about that process of finding what that purpose is and then living that purpose? Do you have any thoughts on that?
No, I did not catch properly. What did you properly?
Yeah. So in this age, so many younger folks now are being inspired
Right.
by the likes of you, and said we want to serve. But sometimes it becomes just a moment, even though their intention is to serve longer. It becomes an experiment. Oh, let me do this. Let me do that. Whereas when we see you, all of you guys, it's been a samarpit, surrendering. So any advice?
This word inspired. I say I don't inspire others. I get inspired from them. And Manoj will also remember that from his young age he has worked. But finally, the work itself is the inspiration, and and then there is grace also. That is where often we hear the word grace. Yes, that is what Ramakrishna Mission's President Maharaj said. Pray for grace.
Kaka, can you share your thoughts on Samar standard in today's world?
I also am often wondering, the world is a continuum, so there is nothing like today's world and yesterday's world or 5,000 years. And that is why being with nature gives us much greater opportunity. And even any time, any night, if you are standing and watching the sky, and the vastness makes you feel happy that you are part of such a vast. So even the word surrender need not be there. It's just and now I will give you a very simple example. When we look at our body, there are trillions of cells. But all these cells are contributing. So instead of surrender, the word that I prefer is learn to contribute. It becomes very simple. And then to get inspired, I always looked at my body, myself, and our sensory nerves. And you will agree. Really, when you think about it. And yes, when we were discussing management, it is not authority which is important. It is contributing. And our organization ran so beautifully because we were learning to contribute. And then I said, when anyone, I said, just look at your body. Every cell, trillions of cells, but they are all contributing. And split second. There is never a gap. You would agree. So the best guru is your own body. Surrender quite often creates confusion, but the word contribution is a clarity.